Let's get busy.
What is up, everyone? Kevin Hale up in this house, my house. Looking at lights, candles. It's pillow talk time with Kevin. No, it's not. It is AMA time. This is something, a feature that I'm incorporating into the shooting from the lip thing, talking to some of my very popular buddies in town and getting them to come on and bare their soul to the world, because this guy's actually global, and he's got a following outside of the Louisville area too. Antonio Pantoja is going to be on in a second. Again, AMA, we're kind of getting all the sharing the streams. We are live streaming on the Shooting from the Lip Facebook and YouTube pages, and we're going to have, at least for an hour or so, have some fun with Antonio. Very cool cat, filmmaker, director, writer, just a genuinely good guy. And he's gonna have fun with you guys. So people, come on, share your takes, your comments, questions, anything that you want to throw at him. He's gonna play along. So get him on. He's in his studio he's going to be doing this from the studio. There he is. Check him out. What up, player?
I'm in. What is up, my brother? Thanks for having me on big time. I'm just hanging out in the studio tonight. Better than I deserve, man. It's so good to talk to you again, because it's been so long. It's been a long time. Yeah.
Everybody, family-wise, everybody good?
Everybody's great, man. Just like I said, better than we deserve. We had almost like a coronavirus scare recently, but we got the kids tested and they were all good. And then I was out of town for 2 weeks, shot a video for Bubba Sparks, and then Demon Jones. I was in Jones County, which had the population. It's very low population, but 0 people had coronavirus there. So I was totally safe. And I got back, kids got the test back, and they were good. They tested negative for it. So yeah, everybody's perfect.
Good. Very good. At the beginning, I was plugging your talents as a filmmaker, writer, producer, videographer, all the good stuff. This movie that you put out was it 2018, right?
Yeah, we filmed it in 2018. It came out 2019, December.
Right. Okay, yeah, December. Yeah. Won its fair share of awards.
We're very lucky.
Okay, at a certain point, that luck word, you gotta give yourself a little more credit, brother. I'm just saying. But the movie, great. You had a great premiere here at the Palace, right?
Yeah, we did an awesome premiere at the Palace. It was great, man. For Louisville, I felt like the Palace is a staple, and we just needed to come back home and do a really good premiere here. And there's no better place, honestly, than the Palace. I feel like. I mean, I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, I would concur. The Palace, though, you, as you pointed out, was coming back home to do it. But wasn't the premiere at a horror show or in Cincinnati or something?
Yeah, so we premiered at Horror Hound, which has 40,000 guests. It was amazing to premiere there with they had the cast of The Craft there and the cast of Scream, and it was amazing. A lot of my idols were there that I got to meet, which was super cool. Horror Hound is amazing, so we got to do it there on the biggest stage possible for horror fans. And then yeah, I think it was 6 months later we brought it back home, but we had already played. I mean, the international circuit at that point. We played festivals all over the world, which was really cool. But so nobody in Louisville really got to see it, most of my friends, unless they came to the Cincinnati premiere.
Right.
So yeah, man, it was really, really cool. And you came to the Cincinnati premiere, I believe, right?
No, we
did a
podcast before. I'm going to say right before it or
That's
after.
Right.
Yeah. So, real quick, Taylor. Hey, Taylor, how you doing?
I love Taylor. I need to get back up with Taylor, man.
Louisville showed us much love. Yes.
Yeah. I couldn't have done that without Taylor.
Paul Culligan is a local drummer here. Not just local, he's got international ties too. He's pretty good.
That's awesome.
Damn, I need arms like that, Paul.
No. No. Last year I was a fatty, man. I had lost 75 pounds.
Well, I mean, before we get started, let's go with the obvious question. I mean, the podcast times that we spent together in the past, this was pre you now. So give us the lowdown. What was the rhyme and reason? Why did you elect to go on this journey as far as the whole body shaping thing, reshaping?
I guess because I have my family suffers from addiction, and like I am too. Like I'm addicted too, just like them. But I get really addicted to goals to where it's like really unhealthy. So I'll pursue a goal and it's feast or famine. I will stop at nothing to get to this goal. I will do anything to reach that goal. So right now I've just been on this this journey to just get healthier, and I put a lot of stuff on hold because of that. And I'm still doing a ton of client work. Don't get me wrong. Client work always comes first, but yeah, man, I'm just just trying to eat less and count my calories and get in the gym and stuff like that. So it's been a long time coming, man. And my doctor told me if I didn't do that, then I was going to die of a heart attack, which my dad did at 54, just out of nowhere. You would never know. No symptoms, no nothing, just overnight. That's what happens. And it just runs in my family, man, just like addiction. So, I've got to play in that field and understand what I'm working with and, just do the right thing, I guess. But yeah, that's why I did it.
That's respect. And I'm indirectly getting the message because I turn 54 next year. So, hey, now.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, this whole transformation, just to add to it, it's you've kept it simple, really, for the most part. It's not like you're feeding your body all this these supplements and stuff. It's calorie counting for the
absolutely, yeah. I got the highest compliment too the other day. Somebody said that I photoshopped my picture, one of my transformation pictures, and I said that is the highest compliment. I mean, I was a little offended because it takes hard work, but I was like, buddy, if I would have photoshopped that, you would have never known. but I didn't do that. So it was kind of flattering that somebody would think that, because I definitely didn't do that. But yeah, man, it's just there's really just supplements. I count my protein and that's it. So I count my protein and I try to get to a certain limit for my protein. But other than that, I pretty much just eat anything and I count the calories. And I swear if somebody does what I do, I swear to you, you will cut fat. All you have to do is just eat in a deficit. Eat whatever you would like. It might not be the healthiest path. If you want it to come from healthy foods, great. If you want to eat Twizzlers all day, if you're eating a 500 calorie deficit, you will 100% lose fat. And what's a deficit? A deficit is what amount of calories it takes you to maintain your current weight. And if you eat under that, you will 100% guaranteed lose fat. And there's no breaking the law of thermodynamics. That is the way it works. There's no other way around it. So if somebody tells you, man, I've been eating 1,000 calories a day, I can't lose weight. That's a lie. That is a lie. So it's not true. You got to weigh your food and be accurate with it. Otherwise you won't know what you're getting. 1 tablespoon of peanut butter looks a whole lot like 10 tablespoons of peanut butter. So once you spread it on bread. So that's a difference of about 1,000 calories.
Exactly.
Be careful. Just be careful. Count it to the gram. Weigh it.
Couple compliments. Culligan back. What do you eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Food is essential.
I could probably I could post my my macros and stuff like that. But it's honestly, I do eat healthy, but I do go off the grid. So I'll have Rice Krispie treats and honey buns and stuff like that all the time. But if it fits within my calorie count, then I'm good. That's what I want to do. But yeah, man. So breakfast, I'll do I do French toast a lot. So I have 35 calorie bread. So 35 calories per slice. And people are like, French toast, what? But yeah, man, I got it from Greg Doucette. And basically it's 2 slices or 3 slices of 35 calorie bread. And then I'll put that in egg whites, which is very low calorie as well. Right. I'll put that in there. And then I'll do cinnamon, maybe a scoop of protein. I don't know, just anything. And maybe sometimes jelly or powdered peanut butter, which is very low calorie. I'll do that. And then I eat that with so it's egg whites low calorie bread, and sugar-free syrup. I put that stuff on a lot of stuff. So sugar-free syrup is very low calorie. It's like 15 calories per quarter cup. So that, and then you're looking at like 250, maybe 300 calories at the most. And then, you know, just a lot of food with a lot of volume. Like, if most people don't know, but there's only 100 calories in 2 pounds of spinach. So just be careful, like with the dressings and stuff, because like 1 tablespoon of olive oil is 120 calories. You know, you just got to be careful, man, and watch what you're doing. Look at all the labels and stuff like that, and just keep track of it. I weigh everything down to the gram with a food scale every day, every meal. But yeah, man, I go off the grid a lot. So, but yeah, that's my normal breakfast.
It's a lot of it is the mindset, but it's the education too. Just educate yourself,
Yeah, I mean, like, you can't take any, like, no steroids, cut fat. FY, like, so no one can be like, just give me the steroid that cuts fat. Doesn't work like that. You still have to be in a calorie deficit. I've seen a million people in the gym who look like poop who are on steroids because they just don't get the diet part, man. You've probably seen it. You're probably like, there's no way that dude's on steroids. Yes, probably is, but he's probably very puffy. It looks like crap.
Kevin Manning says you look amazing, bro. Super happy for you. You definitely earned it.
Kevin Manning. Man, I love that, man. I love that, man. We did a video together that has, how many views does it have, Kevin? 60 million views or something like that? Yeah, man. He killed it. He's acting Manning? In it. Yeah.
60 million?
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, he killed it.
What was the video?
It's an 11-year-old girl named Brooklyn Queen. And Kevin just basically got us the location. He was like, yeah, I'm just going to get the location, you know, whatever. And that day I was like, can you act? And he's like, I'm down for whatever, dude. You know me. And I'm like, yeah, dude. So he acted in it, killed it. And yeah, man.
He said 24 million. Not to try to outdo you, but yeah.
20. No, check it right now. I think it's like 58 million. I promise you. Check it right now.
Manning, why am I letting you tell?
I swear to you. It's a Brooklyn Queen. The song is called Emoji. I would pull it up on my phone, but it's not. Yeah, it's not working right now. I'm on it.
You're on it. So people check us. Is it copyright? Who's it? Is there a copyright on it? The video?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I don't know.
I was gonna say,
but my buddy, my best friend Dorian, he's the one that did it. So I'm sure he's cool with you playing it.
Yeah, I'm sure we get permission there. We'll definitely show that a little later.
Sorry, I'm moving a lot too. I'm just trying to get my steps in. If you guys notice, I'm like, you're probably like, why are you so fidgety? I'm not. I'm just trying to get my steps in because I know that burns calories. I swear.
Always one step ahead. So people, we're doing an AMA, which a couple people messaged me like, "What's an AMA?" It's Ask Me Anything. It's kind of the cool little pop culture things that people are doing now. So AMA with Antonio Pantoja. He's gonna answer any and every question. Come on, people. I know you got a fan base out there, Antonio, that wants to ask you stuff. So
I don't, man. I don't know. Everybody went away.
Went away. Well, as we're talking, let's start. Let's go to One Must Fall. Go back to One Must Fall. What was the inspiration for that?
I just really wanted to do a movie, to be honest with you, and I love the '80s, so I wanted to do a movie that was a love letter to the '80s. So I just wanted to do anything, man, like anything that I could possibly shoot that was a movie and like that was well organized. So it's a movie that's actually decent. I just really wanted to do something. So like I spent so much time trying to come up with an idea, and I tried to turn off my work brain and try to turn on my creative brain for so long. I couldn't come up with the idea that I felt like that was the one. I went to like a float tank. I did that. It didn't work. I couldn't clear my mind. I couldn't do anything, man. I tried everything. And then one day it just hit me, and I was trying to just figure out how I could do this on the cheap. And that kind of led me on that path, because I was like, well, I want to do an 80s movie because that's, like when I grew up, and I want to do a love letter to the 80s. So what can I do? What was something that was universal that people always wore that I can that's cheap wardrobe wise that I can get and use for my movie? And I thought, hazmat suits. Well, what do people who wear hazmat suits do? And I was like, crime scene cleanup is pretty crazy. Can I go down that rabbit hole? And I'm like, what if the killer is apprehended before they call those people in? If there's a murder or homicide or, even a suicide. And And they're not. They just call those people straight up in there, man. And like, without even no checks and balances, is the killer still there? I don't know. Go clean the mess up. So they do. And I thought that was really scary. You know, like, what if you're in there with the killer and he never left? So we got this big old abandoned building, Paint Factory Studios.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Portland, and it was big enough. It was like 60,000, I don't know, 80,000 square feet. It's huge. And if somebody killed someone, they could definitely hide in there for a long time. So, yeah, I wanted to put my characters in that situation and see how they would react. So I did that, and it came out. You know, I hope it came out what I was thinking, but I was super happy with it, and I think that's one of the most important things. And the people who were on the project were happy with it. So yeah, man, that's how I kind of went down that path.
But you incorporated a lot of humor into it.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that your humor? Is that your tongue-in-cheek? Yeah.
It is. I wrote all that. So I wrote the film as well. But I think when you're doing like a low budget horror movie, that you have to have some sort of contrast. Like you have to have something that's that like I guess like a bait and switch for somebody, so that they can, like, once the horror happens after the first act, then it's very jarring and surprising in contrast to what you've just been watching, in my opinion. You know, like you've seen, for example, like From Dusk Till Dawn. You know, like it's essentially like it changes halfway through the film into a vampire flick. You're following these two guys who are criminals, and then halfway through the film, like they're vampires in it. You know, I hope that's not a spoiler for anybody, but everybody should have already seen From Dusk Till Dawn. So yeah, man, that's what we did, and it was very risky, and I still think it was very risky, but I still feel like it was the right idea for ours, because you've been watching comedy for the first 20 minutes. When the horror happens, it's very jarring, and it's in contrast to what you've just seen. The horror may be scarier because you've just been watching a comedy, instead of having like a sleeper of a first act, which often happens in horror films that I love and watch. But I didn't want to have a sleeper of a first act. I wanted it to be entertaining all the way through, and that's why I liked it to go with comedy.
No, I thought the balance was pretty cool.
Thank you.
As much as we found ourselves, reacting with the, like OMG, then you're hearing people cutting up and laughing out loud too, and it was just very, very well done. Very proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I love the crowd participation. Like anytime we've ever shown the film anywhere, it doesn't matter where, we've shown it all over, and I've been to a lot of the screenings. Taylor has been to a lot of them as well. But what we love the most, I think, is the crowd participation that comes with it, because I don't know, man, people just they're screaming, they're yelling, they're rooting for people, and I would be more concerned if like somebody sat through my entire film in silence, But I've never seen a screening, even with just a few people, that where that happened. And some of these film festivals, you'll go and there'll be like 9 people there or something like that, at the really small ones. Right. But even then, there's a lot of crowd participation, yelling and screaming and stuff.
Cool. Paul, still on with us? How long did it take? I'm assuming he's talking about the whole filming process.
So I shot it in 10 days total, which is crazy. But I had Herschel Zahn. Yeah, it was crazy. So Herschel Zahn was my AD, assistant director, which he made the schedule and stuff like that. We had to do some really crazy military style planning in order to make that work, and not a lot of location moves, because if you're doing like a big company move, that takes a long time to set the gear and change the location, set the lights. So I wrote it in such a way that we could mostly stay at Paint Factory, that most of the film takes place there, with a few off days in an office and like Sarah's house and stuff like that. We were able to knock out, and then we did a bar scene. That's pretty much it. Other than that, everything else takes place in the Paint Factory. Right. So that's how we were able to shoot it in 10 days. Problem is, we shot in the coldest winter that Louisville has ever had. So like blood was freezing, like everything was going wrong. Everybody was freezing. Michael Book, thank God, he's the greatest guy ever. He brought torpedo freaking heaters everywhere with kerosene and stuff. So it was a really tough one to shoot because of the conditions. But they had no heat there, obviously. But I slept there most nights because I was like, I don't want to leave this project, man. I want to get it in. So 10 days is what it took, but the editing process took quite a bit longer because Matt Niehoff was gracious enough to take that on for me. He's one of the best editors
Matt's good
ever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's multi-talented, but he helped me a lot. And then Joe Stockton did the ADR. After everything, all in, everything said and done, it took like a year and a half for all those things to get done. I think maybe a year. But the writing process, all that stuff takes time. Casting process, all the pre-production, and then ultimately the film distribution. Getting the film out for people to see it takes a while. So all in, it takes a while. But yeah, man, I was super happy to shoot it in 10 days, man. That's it's difficult,
impressive.
but totally worth it.
Well,
yeah, man.
Totally. Anthony Happel says Antonio.
My
Happel.
dog.
Yeah,
I love him.
He's like I don't know if you know this, Antonio. I'm currently doing 3 podcasts right now. Besides
No
this,
way, man.
I do a sports show, and then I do a paranormal show. And, and I know you've had some paranormal experiences, but the fact he's saying you need to get him on your other podcast, he has lots of supernatural stories too.
Yeah,
really?
Dude. So I posted something on Facebook recently, and I thought people would think I'm crazy for posting it, but I was like, has anyone actually ever seen a ghost? Do you have any ghost stories? Would you be willing to share it? And dude, it got, I don't know, there was like maybe 500 or 600, 700 comments or something like that. They were all stories, which were super cool. And they were scary as hell, man. Right. And that didn't count for the people who I had probably like 150 people who messaged me, and they're like, yo, man, I don't want people to think I'm crazy. So I'm messaging this to you privately. I just want you to read it. This happened to me and this was crazy. I don't want my boss to see it or my coworkers or whatever. And I read every single one of them, man. Every one of them, just like, they were scary, dude. They kept me up at night, man. It was awesome. It was one of my favorite threads I've ever done. And Anthony, he was very, he did really good, man. He was in there a lot and very active, kept it alive and stuff like that. But he's a great guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Miss you, Happel. 600 comments. Miss him hanging out the music scene and stuff. So, he's saying that the paranormal activity has followed you your entire life. I've got to, without getting too deep into that, it sounds like I just need to get you on my paranormal podcast and really have some fun there, because it's a totally different audience and under a total other umbrella. But stay tuned for that. We'll definitely talk.
Yeah, totally down. Now I'm scared, looking over my shoulder, is there something in my studio? But it has followed me.
I promise. If I see something, whether it's an orb or a shadow, I'll give you a heads up.
Yeah, warn me, man. It's I'm back here alone. This is a very old building. I'm just kidding. I do got some stories though. I'll share them one day.
Yeah,
I would love to come on that podcast.
Yeah, I think you'll have fun with that. What's is the next book movie? The next script in process? What's going on there?
Yeah, what's funny, man, is I didn't give up on it, but I've lost my creative spark a bit because I've had so much client work. Really cool stuff though. Honestly, I did an alien invasion video recently. It was really cool. But I've done all kinds of stuff. But
whoa! You did what? An alien?
Yeah, man. Hopefully Demon Jones doesn't mind that I say that, but it's his music video, and I came up with this idea that we're gonna do an alien invasion where he's from Jones County, and people are turning up missing and stuff like that. And he goes and he's looking for what it was, and he finds it. And
it's not out.
Pretty good. No, I'm working on it now, and a bunch of VFX. That. Yeah, dude, it's really cool. I've done a bunch of VFX for it and stuff, and I think you're really gonna dig it, man. It's really cool. I think people who like paranormal and alien kind of stuff, they're really gonna like it. But song's great too. So we're doing that, and then I've done a million videos, recently, but so I haven't been able to dial in and focus on actual creative projects. So hopefully soon. But Joe Stockton, he does all of my music. He's amazing, and he's the greatest guy in the world. He's a genius, and he's also a writer. That's what he went to school for. So my last idea, he was like, man, would you care if I take a crack at the script? And I'm like, dude, I would be honored. So he just sent me that yesterday. So I haven't gotten a chance to read it, but I know it's going to be epic, and it's going to definitely inspire me to get behind the computer and write more and all that stuff. So yeah, man, I really want to do it. It's like a fantasy. It's like Labyrinth, man. It's like Labyrinth with David Bowie and Jennifer Connelly. It's very similar in context, and it's about a little girl who has a monster who takes revenge on her bullies. So
on the bad guys. Taylor says nothing's there, I guess meaning over your shoulder. But Taylor, again, if you do see something, Taylor, say something there.
Taylor would tell me, yeah.
Wow. I didn't know. I knew you had paranormal. You were into the paranormal. I just didn't know how deep it was. So, well,
Oh yeah, man.
what's I'm gonna shift gears a little bit. You mentioned alien invasion, UFOs. One of the big stories that it came out in 2017 was those videos that the Tom DeLonge helped get released. Those
Oh yeah.
you remember it was December 2017,
Yeah.
and then finally the Pentagon in April of this year acknowledged that those were legitimately unidentified objects.
Yeah, dude, I think that's crazy, man. And like that kind of got brushed under the rug because of all the craziness of 2020. But dude, that's huge. That's monumental. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I've been more than ever convinced. Well, I'm a believer that we're not alone, but I'm more than ever convinced that the world will get that answer in our lifetime. Sooner than later, we're going to get that answer. Whether it's a real or staged alien invasion, to that craziness. Stay tuned, people. Where is your audience, man? I'm like, people are going to need to come on and give us a question or comment. Sunday night, I struggled doing this on Sunday night because I don't know. I don't know if your audience is. I know you're global now. No, hold that thought, Antonio. I'll do the tooting. So, the movie is now on Prime. Or
yes,
it was. It still is, right?
Yeah, it's free on Prime, so anybody can watch it anytime.
Yeah, can you, without maybe spilling the beans on the numbers and stuff like that, but what was the process like for the distribution to turn it over to whoever to get it on the big stage, mainstream for you?
I don't know, man. Like, I think honestly, anybody can get on Prime. Anybody, honestly, I don't want to like downplay like our achievement with the film, because I think anybody can submit their film to Prime, and I think it just costs a bit of money. The hard part is in distribution, and this goes to anybody who's in distribution and watching or whatever. I'm not trying to come at y'all and be aggressive or rude or anything, but you got to focus on the marketing, man. Like, we won over 130 awards in international, film festivals. Like, you gotta focus on that and like market us that way. And they didn't do that, man. And so I think I'm a little upset with how our film was marketed, man, because they could do so much more with it and they did nothing, in my opinion. So it exists on Prime. It's not being promoted on Prime, and they haven't done anything from their perspective, and their following is so small that it's. I expect more. So I'm super pissed about it, to be honest with you.
And judging by the way you're looking these days, Antonio, we don't want him. We don't want we won't like you if you're pissed. Or what's that line? You won't like me if I'm angry. The Hulk.
I want to put him in 8 headlocks. That's for sure. But no. But I mean, like, honestly, like, if you're dealing with a film that's seen any sort of success, I think it would behoove you to, we have.
To me, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. If you got all these awards that could just
it's accepted everywhere, But we have a $100,000 marketing budget in our contract, man, and like, where is that? Like, I haven't, dude. I mean, outside of me promoting it, which wasn't like a ton, because I expect them to do that. That's their job, man. So I didn't see that, so I'm pretty frustrated with it, to be honest. But so I would elect Halloween costumes for. Oh yeah.
Taylor, Halloween costumes for Jordan and Echo. How about you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did nothing because I was out of town for weeks. So I unfortunately, like, I decided like last minute I wanted to do something, and I didn't get to do anything, man. And but my Mia, my 12-year-old, she was a hippie. But yeah, my little one was Coraline, and Jordan was Coraline's mom, like the other mother, it was really cool. They did a great job.
Gotcha. Yeah. Apple, got to go back to work, fellas. Love you guys. All right, thanks.
Love you.
I guess I'm gonna get to ask some more questions. People watching, ask questions. You got something for?
Let's go live on Facebook. We'll definitely get like.
We are live. We are live. I tagged you
on Facebook. No, like if I use Facebook and then go live on Facebook, then I guarantee we'll have like 100.
Well, how do you want to do that? Because we got.
Can I do it and then bring you in on it, maybe? And we'll
Wait a
just
minute,
finish
you're
it up
trying to
there?
go. Oh, you're trying to go live on your own.
Yeah, well, that's how I think we'll reach at least more people.
But because I tagged you on the thing, if you want to share it, you want to try that real quick?
Sharon never does anything for me. Nothing. Zero. It has never done. If I like, even if I share somebody else's stuff, it will never, people aren't going to see it. But if I go live on my stuff, like everybody will see it.
Everyone says that's just weird. There's no way I can actually, I mean, well,
it's the algorithm, man.
Yeah, I can give you, no, you're saying you're going live on your own. You're not sharing a link or anything. Okay.
Yeah. If I do, like, even if I make just a regular post with words, as long as I don't say link in the comments, because sometimes before I just put the link in the comments, and then because like if I shared any link, then they don't want you to leave Facebook, so no one would see it.
Right.
So they don't want you leaving Facebook, so they wouldn't even they would just hide my stuff. It'd be a shadow ban essentially. So then, this is how the algorithm works. I've been doing SEO for a bit now, but it's bullshit. But then if I like just post like words, like an inspirational quote that I thought of or something like that, or maybe I copied from somewhere, just words, it'll have 700 likes. It's just the way that it works, man. But if I go live from my own Facebook, they know that'll definitely keep people pinned in. So they'll show it to everybody. Everybody will see it when they scrub their feed. It's weird, man. It sucks, but the algorithm.
Yeah. I don't know the other way to do this for you to go live from your own page. I don't know.
If I go live now and then I bring you into it, then it'll do exactly what it's doing here. But it'd just be from my page though. But I can tag shooting from the lip,
But see, well, you're going to go live on your phone, but you would get away from this video. So I wouldn't be able to connect you with the questions like I'm seeing, or what we're seeing.
How many people are on?
Right now we've got 6.
If y'all don't mind, let's transfer over, and then you'll have maybe 100.
Yeah, I'm just the problem is I can't. Then I've lost control. I don't know.
See, you're losing. You're trying to take control too much. I was playing. I'm just kidding. But people will be able to replay it too. I can share it after it's over too, and people will replay it.
Won't you grab your phone? What I just tagged you on, just share it real quick.
All right, let me see if I can do that. Let's see. Did I go away for you, or can you still hear me?
I can hear you. Yep.
Okay, cool. Let me see here. All right.
So
okay, I see it. I'm sharing this now.
Yeah, do your thing. Well, because I did one of these a few weeks ago, and the numbers were great. Okay.
Yep.
You did. Okay.
All right. Yep. Shared it now. So hopefully, like it'll be playing autoplay for somebody too as they scroll past.
Is he under his name here? Antonio, you're talking about, this is Ronald on the Facebook. It's his Antonio Pantoja is his name and Facebook page. So
I don't know. I've never done it on a Sunday night, but usually like if I go live, I'll get like maybe, I don't know, 100, 150 or something like that. Not many still. I mean, not a ton, but
I don't know, maybe it's a Sunday night thing. And for some people, it's 10:36. Their body clock hasn't really changed. I didn't think of that.
I've been tired all day.
Yeah, I mean, it got darker earlier, right? Didn't it get darker?
Yeah, man. So I was tired earlier, man. I was ready to go to sleep. Like I did go to the gym today, which I have been like struggling to get there because I've been crazy busy. But I did go tonight, and I was ready to go to sleep. I sat down there to do like an exercise, and I was like, I'll just sit here for a little longer and fall asleep, take a nap.
Here's a question I'm gonna throw at you. A little heavy. Play along. If you could change 1,000 tomorrows for one yesterday, You're giving up 1,000 tomorrows. So what is that roughly? Almost 3 years? No, over 3 years or less than 3 years. For one yesterday, what would that yesterday be? Where would you go back to in your for that one day?
Yeah, man. I would say, dude, it all revolves. If you've suffered like the loss of somebody, like death of someone that is close to you, man, it will always be that, because that will always change your life, man. Oh, here's Ronald. I'm going to confirm his friend request. Thank you, Ronald. Oh, crap. Sorry. I just clicked off of it, but I did confirm it. But yeah, man. So I think that, if you've lost somebody, and I lost my dad, he was my hero. So he's got like a really, really, really rough upbringing story. If anybody has like immigrant parents, and they have seen them or heard stories about them going through some really rough stuff when they came here. Now everything's great, honestly. Like, I am very lucky to live here. But my dad wouldn't even let me speak Spanish in the home, and he didn't do it either because he wasn't really treated. Yeah, he wasn't treated fairly as an immigrant here. That he felt, this is the 70s and 80s, so he felt that like, you're American, like you don't speak Spanish, like that's what I do, but that I wasn't treated fairly, so I don't want people to treat you unfairly because they think that you're an immigrant, that kind of thing. So just really poor. So when he had a hard life all the way to the end because he was always a laborer. And he didn't get to see me like do my movie or live my dream or things that I've done. Like
you said he was 54 when he passed. So yeah, how were you then?
I was 22, maybe. I was 23. I don't know. I was younger, but so my family doesn't have any money either. So I wanted to give him a proper burial. And at the time I just got like a really great job. It was the first good job I had in my whole life. I was given a really great opportunity by my best friend, Lee Kuiper. And basically I was able to pay for the funeral, man. And it was not a burden. And people were always like, I'm so sorry you're burdened with that. And I was like, this is my greatest honor of my whole life to be able to give my dad this, because I never expected, but it was really cool, man. So I think anybody who suffered great loss with somebody who's close to them, especially if that person didn't really have the best, like they didn't have like the best, then anybody in their right mind would exchange anything to give that person, just one final send off or something good, but I would give anything for that. I've wrote films about it and everything, about how I would give up everything just to, just see him or change things. But yeah, man, it sucks. And maybe that's in the back of my mind, that's why I'm so into like the nutrition and shit like that, is because I think because you really can help people and sway them in the right direction. And even if they don't know that they have an issue or a problem, then you can help them just a little bit, man. And that's all it takes sometimes for some people.
Yeah, I'll go back to the whole body transformation. I mean, you started this, what, about a year ago? Was it been a year?
Yeah, a year and some change, I think.
Okay.
Roughly.
And you just, I was looking at some kind of the before and after. It's not that you were a big guy. I mean, but yeah, it's just like now. They're not going to kick sand on you at the beach, are they?
Dude, I'm little, man. Like, I'm only 158 pounds, man. Like, dude, I'm nothing. Anybody can beat me up for sure. I don't stand a chance in hell. Like, the wind could blow wrong and take me away. So trust me, man. I'm 158 pounds. You could definitely kick my ass. Anybody. That goes for anybody.
Taylor, thanks for sharing. Ronald, thanks for your comments. Ronald, he's got some ghost stories in that head and experiences. So if you have a ghost question, yeah, he'll.
Dude,
Ronald's one of my. Go ahead, real quick. Ronald's one of my friends that is part of that whole paranormal scene that we
That's incredible.
So go ahead.
There was a time where I thought about doing like a not a paranormal show, but kind of like just based on like just people telling stories literally in front of the camera. And then like I thought that like a few of them I would go in and do like a recreation, like Unsolved Mysteries. This is before the new episodes of Unsolved Mysteries came out. But I've been thinking about this for years. I made a post on Facebook a long time ago about it, and I was just surprised at how many people have experiences and they're willing to share, and some of them are just fucking scary. Pardon my language, but they are scary, man. Like I was reading these like up until 3-4 a.m. a couple nights, and dude, scaring the heck out of me, man, for real.
For real. For real.
Scary, dude. Yeah.
So what's with the Corona, COVID? What's been the one thing that is just, the pandemic is, turned your world upside down? What's the one thing that's just, been the most, something you had to change or, that you've been experienced with the inconvenience of it?
I think not much, honestly. I mean, like at first, like with work stuff, like I've got to be around people to shoot them. So that was negative at first. So I had like a lot of reschedules. I had like a LaCroix commercial that got rescheduled, and Derby got messed up, and just all kinds of stuff. But honestly, I think there was more positive than negative. And I hate to say that, and like, I don't mean to play devil's advocate whatsoever, but I think there's a lot of positive with it. And I think a lot of people realize that what they really value, man. So like, they kind of realize that they can make it without, they could skip some payments, and they could, take time, and they were forced to be around their children and stuff like that. And they found value in that. And I feel like it doesn't affect me differently because I find value in that. And I'm thankful for that every single day. But I think that once you uncover all that stuff, and money is not really the goal, and like a lot of people couldn't work for a long time, and it sucked, but like we were kind of taken care of, and people kind of making concessions to make sure that we were okay. And although I know some people didn't get their unemployment and things like that, and and I didn't have money put up or anything, but I did. I got to spend time with my kids, man, and I thought that was awesome. And I wasn't forced to by any means. Like, I value that every day. So like, but I'm glad that other people were able to see the value in that. Like, now that I can spend time with my kids, and I wasn't able to do this stuff because I wasn't either, dude. Like, I work a lot, man. I mean, I work like more than I should, but I got to do that because all that stuff was put on hold and everybody understood. And so concessions were made. So, it was really cool, man. I got a lot of value out of it. As far as like negatives, I don't know, man. I don't know any for like outside of like a financial perspective, which I'm fine with, dude. I hate to say this, because like, I am one of the people who like, I do chase money to a degree, but I don't really, because I don't care about money and I don't care about materialistic items. All of them could go away. I've been homeless and I've been happy. So like, I don't know, man. All that stuff can go away. I'm not concerned with it. All the money can go away. I don't care about it. I don't know, man. I just, I think it's hard to find like a lot of negatives in it outside of like from a financial perspective. Everything else was positive, unless of course, like you were somebody, and I know somebody who lost someone to the disease, the virus.
Yeah, we have. Well, I think we have some mutual friends who definitely experienced that. I just remember when it came out, how it all of a sudden became political, and my take, when it first came out, people were calling it an overhyped media thing, but when you have, because this, I'm a huge sports guy. And my Kentucky Wildcats, it's March Madness, and actually the state is just crazy for college basketball, and for March Madness, the NCAA, for the NBA, all those organizations that are billion-dollar companies to shut it down and lose all this money. They were not taking their advice, from Anderson Cooper. They were using their own specialists and experts to make those calls. And to touch on during this pandemic too, you're right, you do know what you need and what you want, versus what you want, what you can do without. And so it's just, this whole year has just been crazy for me. My daughter, Claire, she's, I'm going to be a grandfather again. She's due in December. So that's going to be probably the most awesome way to end the year.
I just saw that too, man, last night. I was like, yeah, that's awesome, man. I didn't even know about it.
Yeah. So she's doing fine. And she's going to have a girl, and it'll be
that's incredible.
Grandchild number 3, and it'll be a girl. So
that's insane, man. That's crazy. Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend. What's some of your go-to music? people. I know you have done your fair share of music videos. But what's your go-to?
Yeah, man.
What's your go-to?
I listen to a lot of stuff, man. I still love like metal, but I listen to the same stuff I've been listening to for like 30 years. But I have come across some like really good stuff. Like I only get to listen to music, unfortunately, like in the gym now. Other than that, I just listen to audiobooks or podcasts or something that's going to teach me something. But yeah, man, I've come across some really cool stuff. Stuff that you wouldn't expect me to listen to. I really like Beach Bunny. I don't know if you've heard of Beach Bunny before, but they're really great. Yeah, they're awesome. So them, and I don't know, just tons of stuff. I still listen to like a bunch of hardcore rap stuff and old 3-6 Mafia. I love old metal, but it's I mean, I've even got like Harry Belafonte on my and like the Everly Brothers and stuff like that on my gym playlist, which is ridiculous. But I love everything, man. I don't know.
Even that Dusty Lee guy, that his music.
Oh man, he's great, man. Like he's got a new one. We're about to drop one called Dukes. And it's a really, really good song, man, that I think people are really going to love. And we shot a music video for it. It's really funny. There's a bunch of features in there. So Josh from the Moonshiners is in it, and Bubba Sparks, and just a bunch of guys, man. I think people are really going to dig it. And it's a really great song, and he's awesome. I've got other friends who like doing amazing stuff too. So I'm very lucky and blessed to get to hear that music too. So, but yeah, Jack Harlow, I think he's doing great, man. And he's a friend as well.
Have you worked with him? Anything yet?
I have
videos.
I shot. Yeah, I did. I shot one of his first music videos. I think it might have been his first, but he was really great, man. And I knew he was going to be great then. Yeah. And he's awesome, man. He's killing it right now. And I listen to his stuff too. And I don't know, man, just really blessed and lucky to just know people and know artists and stuff and get to work with them. And I'm so thankful that they trust me with what they are so passionate about and let me do their video, man, because they let me do lots of crazy stuff,
Yeah, so I mean, they for the most part, correct me if I'm wrong, but the videos you do, you've had creative control in the script and for the most part. I remember it's probably been a couple years. I thought it was really a good one. It's I love my country music friends locally, but country music is not my go-to. And you did for Rivershine. Is it Rivershine?
That was a really great song, man. I'm not a fan of country either.
Yeah. And was it who's the
Clarissa Cockrell?
Clarissa, yep. Yeah.
She's great, man. She's great. Yeah. She's really good people, man. And honestly, so in that video, I had somebody else casted for it. John was cast, and then I had somebody else cast for it. And then that person had canceled. It's a really good friend though. Like it's nothing negative. They just didn't know it wasn't going to be in Nashville. They thought it was going to be in Nashville. So they canceled like last minute kind of. And they're like, "What's the location?" And they're like, "Oh God, I don't know." So it's totally cool. But Clarissa has always come with me in the darkest hour and helped me. So that was another time Clarissa did that for me. But she's done that a million times.
Yeah, and that John Wells guy, you really can't go wrong with him either.
He is the most beautiful human specimen ever created. It wasn't even created by God.
He's alien, man. He's alien.
You gotta be, man. He's talented too. He was in my studio the other day. He hadn't been here before, but he got to shoot I got to shoot an audition with him because he's so talented. I love watching him work. So it was him and there was another girl. And he's done the podcast too a time or two in the past, and just fucking humble. I mean, that's where you root. People are, you, him. I'm sure a lot of people goes without saying. You just root for you guys to succeed, and it's been, I've fortunately, I've got to know you last 3 years probably, and I'm just watching you continue doing your thing, evolving, whether it's the movie, music videos, this body transformation. It's thank you.
You've made a name for yourself here in the Louisville scene, and I think a lot of people are very proud of you, proud of your work. And
that's so awesome of you, man. I feel like nobody knows me, man, honestly. So thank you, man. Very cool.
If there's anything I'm guilty of is that I'll do podcasts with some other film industry people here in town, and for some reason, I always seem to bring up your name because
thank you, man.
I think in town you are probably the 6 degrees of, what was that, Kevin Bacon? Is that Kevin Bacon?
Oh yeah,
That's
right,
so you're probably in or around some of the talent. And Mike, I was watching this recently. Mike Thompson, Mike Thompson.
Yes, yeah. Oh, his short film's awesome. I just saw it.
Oh my God. I was like, for 14, 15 minutes, that was amazing.
Very good, man.
And that's something that, as just a fan, I'm used to watching full length movies and stuff. So to go and seek out a short, not my thing. But watching it, it's like 14 minutes or whatever it was of man, it was just, I was hooked. And and that story was definitely cool. So
yeah, it was awesome, man. He did a great job. It was like Black Mirror, man. It was really good.
Yeah. We have I'll say this about the Louisville scene, whether it's what you do, your industry, the music scene, there's a lot of cool people, good people.
I agree.
A lot of competitive people, what I've come to find out. Some egos in this town too.
Yeah, that sucks, man. Yeah, I hate that, man. It's the enemy, man, for real, honestly, because it'll make you hit the glass ceiling so fast, man. You can't evolve if you think you're the best. I mean, it's true.
Well, I mean, if you got the evidence to show it, then it's not bragging, or if it's true. So, here's one.
Maybe.
Crystal Rain Love. Everybody's going to know you. You're a rock star.
Oh, that's my cousin, man. She's awesome. I love her, man. Yeah, she's awesome, man. She's such good people, and she's an amazing author, dude. For real, she's so, like, I haven't accomplished anything. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can never get a big ego, because, like, I was thankful that the movie did well, but, like, dude, she's a legit best-selling author for real. Like, she's the truth. So I'm lucky to even know her, be affiliated to any degree, But as soon as you start to get an ego, you get humbled real fast, man. When the real deal comes to play.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of those industries where if it's hot, you got to roll with it. If you gain any momentum, if that ball snowballing down the hill, you ride with it. Has that been the case for you? Because the movie One Must Fall got a lot of hype, won its awards. Yeah. But do you feel like you were able to keep the momentum going? Or, I mean, how do you think
I don't know. I was lucky, like, with like at the beginning of the year, it was like January. I had an article that came out that was like top 20 to watch in 2020. That had, like, I don't know, Mitch McConnell and Governor Bashir, because he just got elected, and, like, all these amazing people. And I did not belong on this list, but somehow I made my way onto this list. So it was really cool, man. But then, like, 2 months later, all the COVID stuff had happened. So it was completely derailed, which I think I should have probably just kind of went in and like, started writing and being creative again. But unfortunately, like, we were very concerned about money, because all of my weddings, which is like a lot of my money, because we charge a lot for weddings, man. And it's just for one day. And, like, that's what my bread and butter kind of is. So all of them had gotten rescheduled and completely derailed, or those brides just wanted to straight up not do a big wedding anymore. So they weren't willing to pay what we charge. And it was really difficult. So, I mean, it was one day, I think I had like $38,000 of my client work canceled. And that was just in one day. So yeah, man, like, it just kind of snowballed after that. And it was painful, so I had to, like, get work together pretty quickly and focus on money. And like I said, I hate money. So I just like to just show up and be creative, and then let the money thing do its thing. But unfortunately, in this particular case, I wasn't able to do that. So I couldn't focus on just being, creative. So yeah, man, I didn't write the movie. I didn't write the next movie. I wasn't able to work with the people I work with, because I just didn't have time to to focus on that. I had to get other work. So yeah, man, I think if any negative that COVID had affected me, it was definitely that. But yeah, man, so like now we're fast forward into late this year, and yeah, man, I'm just now getting back up and running, and my money's in a good place, and I can focus on being creative once again. So like January, February, March, I can take off, and then I'll just be creative in that time frame.
Start the movie thing again.
Yeah.
Well, that's good actually. That you're still, able to do the, the weddings and stuff like that, because that is your niche. I mean, that's how a lot of people know you. I know you, a lot more than that.
Oh, thank you.
What's looking ahead? What's some of your, besides the, writing another movie? What's some short-term plans?
I don't know, man. I see people all the time that are like, that I think are maybe not traditionally beautiful people that somebody would think is like an Instagram model or something like that. But I see beauty in like a lot of people who, I don't know, that are just non-traditional beautiful to me. And like, I would love to shoot them because I think they look so unique, just in my style and stuff. And I have ideas for those people, but I haven't been able to do like photos for a long time and dial in on that. And I didn't like the magazine industry and where it was headed and stuff like that, as far as, I don't know, the way I was treated by certain people and stuff like that. I just like to be creative. So I don't like it to be about money at all, because then I lose the passion for it. So I got out of that completely. I was shooting all magazine covers everywhere. And then I just stopped just very abruptly, because I was just like, you know what? I don't want to do it anymore, because now it's work and I don't like that. I want to be passionate about it. So I'd like to get back into that, but just do it like a lot of that has changed. The people have changed places. So maybe there's some really good people out there now, but I would like to do, I would like to shoot photos again, because I'm getting the passion for it back and stuff. But it just has to be right, and people have to be treated correctly, or else you lose the passion for it, man. I'm so people focused that even if it didn't directly affect me, if somebody did somebody wrong, I would still quit. If it wasn't even affected to me, if I was not affected, I'm so about people that I would not work with that person whatsoever, not never. But in this particular case, it did affect me directly. So I quit. But yeah, man. So I'm just people focused, man. I love people, and I want to work with people again. And I can't wait till I can do that, because the COVID is kind of going away a little bit. And I'm not scared at all, but I also want to respect people's boundaries and stuff like that. And I don't know, like, we're not wearing a badge that says how the level of comfort you are with COVID stuff, or being around people without a mask and stuff like that. For me, man, like, I'll just respect anybody and how they feel. But I'm ready to work, man. Like, I'm ready. I go to the gym every day. Like, if I'm going to catch it, it's going to be there. But I mean, I'm very respectful. I wipe down all my stuff and everything like that. I wear masks. But yeah, man, I'm ready to work. And like, I feel like you have to have people to work with, man. And once that goes away, it's sad. Like with Carly Johnson's music video that we did, it was beautiful, amazing, got a lot of attention. She's going to blow. She'll be Jack Harlow. She'll blow up just the same way, I promise you. But she had to have ballerinas and masks because of the same thing. And it does kind of date the video a little bit, but she's cool with it. She's a very creative person. Carly is amazing. But yeah, sorry, I was a little long-winded.
No, that's you're fine. How long have you had the studio?
I've been here like a year and a half or so. Yeah, man. I'm right above Work the Metal.
Gotcha. Man. We're gonna look at the time. I'm kind of disappointed. We haven't had the audience I would have thought we would have had, but I probably want to do another one of these with you. We'll do it on maybe a weeknight, and I think some of this is the time change is just yeah. So, Christine, I'm ready when you are. Mask sanitizer, Lysol, and all.
I tried to bring Taylor on. I shot for Jack Daniels like a few weeks ago, and I tried to bring her on that when it was a big agency, and I put her name out there because she's like a master of like sanitization. She's actually like trained for it and everything. I swear, she can do anything, man. But I tried to bring her on. I begged and pleaded for them because they hadn't met her yet, And I'm like, listen, you meet her, you're going to use her for everything that you do and for the rest of your life. And they still wouldn't, man. And but it was cutting. I'm not saying they're cutting corners or nothing like that, but I would have liked to have Taylor with any project that I do. She's amazing.
She is good people too. Genuinely sweet lady. One of the other things I want to bring up, and tell me if this has changed, or maybe it hasn't because of 2020 situation. But you know, when you were getting your movie out, one of the things I know that we talked, and you were open about this on past podcasts, is how the local media, you know, does their, or in this case, doesn't do their part to help promote you guys. Is that still the case? Has it changed, or?
Yeah, man. I mean, I still think so. Now, Carly Johnson she's awesome. So she's gotten a lot of love from the local media, as she should, because she's great. And so recently when we did the music video, she got put on everywhere, which she should. She is amazing. However, when we were doing the film, I was a little disappointed, you know, that we were getting recognized outside of Louisville a lot, you know. Yeah. But I'm die-hard Louisville, man. I do anything for this city. So
and I think that's what bothered you the most, is that you're so engaged with our city, and
yeah, man.
You just feel like where's the love, you know? Like,
yeah. And I think Jack Harlow might be getting a little taste of that too, because he's die-hard Louisville too, and like he's not getting it either, man. And like, that's unfortunate because he's extremely talented and he's performing on the BET Awards and the MTV Awards, and he's all over the place, man. He's nominated for a BET Award. Like, media here needs to show him more love, man. You know, like, you're too late. You're getting here too late, dude. And I mean, he was a Sonoblast artist and stuff like that, so he got all the chance. I mean, I think Leo did get behind him, so I'm not saying anything negative about them. I'm just saying that, like, we should be seeing a lot more of Jack Harlow on our media because he's killing it right now. So why not? You know, like, he's getting love everywhere. He was on Wild 'N Out.
Oh, it's crazy. I mean, what was that? What's this song with Tyler Hero? You know, the former Kentucky player. I mean, who just is, you know,
triple platinum.
Yeah. I mean,
so I mean, I don't know. I don't know I think the local media, and honestly, I think it's like there's a level of ignorance there, man, and there is some ego involved and stuff like that. And anytime you got the publisher on the cover of the magazine over and over and over again, you know, there might be an issue there.
Is it the age? Is it an age thing, or they? Because when I look at, you know, and I don't look at it often, any of the local news, I mean, I don't see a lot of younger people, and I'm kind of hearing that as well, that, you know, you got older people in suits or stuff that are, you know, making a lot of the calls. And to me, is it just because they're out of touch? They just don't know. You know?
I think, I do. I think that Angie Fenton has something really great with Xstall, and she's very in touch with, like, what's going on locally. She knows what's up, man. She's got it together. She knows what's up. There are some people, though, who just totally don't. You know, maybe they're really rich people and they don't identify with people like me, you know, and I don't know, but maybe that's not who the mass audience is, and maybe it is. Maybe I'm the one who doesn't know anything. I don't know. But I would just say that if the publisher's on the cover over and over and over again, there's an issue there, in my opinion. I mean, just there's just that can't happen. And you open let me ask you this. When is the last time that you saw a local magazine article that was shared that the person wasn't in it? Like, that somebody else was like, oh, I just came across this magazine article that is amazing.
Right.
And it's about so-and-so. I don't know them, but this is their article. Like, you won't see that. Only if somebody's in it will they share the article. It just is what it is. Nobody's looking at it, man. To keep it real, like, now, granted, Angie Fenton, she's doing her thing. Now, that's Southern Indiana, but Louisville, no.
Yeah, I mean, she does, and I'm with Great Day Live too. I've seen, you know, some of the local music acts that I know make it on there. So
she's killing it. She's good, man. She knows how to give people a platform, man. She knows what's up. She knows how to, like, sniff out people who are talented, who haven't gotten the chance yet. And honestly, a lot of people could learn from her, but I think there's a lot of, like you said, there's a lot of ego in this industry, man. And that's unfortunate, but not to say that I should ever have a chance to be on any of these. I got way too much love, to be honest with you. I got on the Courier Journal and all this craziness. I mean, I'm just speaking on behalf of other people who are talented.
No, that's fair. No, it is fair. You know, I'm going to say I'm seeing it, but the real statement is I'm not seeing it enough of the local talent, you know, making their way on our mainstream news, and you know, so
yeah.
I don't get it.
Dusty Lee gives away like 200 turkeys a year, you know, for like a Thanksgiving drive with no media coverage whatsoever. He doesn't try to put it out there. He just does it because he loves to do it. He literally hand delivers these things. I've never seen no media coverage of that. And like, should we? Yeah, probably. Absolutely. He's also a very talented artist. You know, like he's got the greatest heart in the world. He's an extremely talented artist. He does it out of the kindness of his heart. Like I said, he's not a glory seeker. He's not trying to tell that to anybody. He's not even trying to have the media come out. He does it every year. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't know. I just like to see that stuff out there, man. It's a positive story.
No, I'm totally with you. All right. I know you're on a time of the 10:08. I guess we can just start wrapping this up. What is next? I mean, what's this coming week? Tell me what would be on the AP agenda for the week.
I've got to edit Bub Sparks' music video that we just shot in Nashville. I got to edit Demon Jones' music video that we shot in Jones County, Georgia. And then I'm doing. So my buddy has a call center, and I'm running a team on his call center as well, in addition to all of the stuff that I'm doing and being out of town. But he's got so much. He's so kind. I owe this guy my life. I've mentioned him on this podcast a million times. But if he needs me, then I will do anything for him. So he did, and I'm running a team at his call center so that he can be successful, because I want to put him in a good light as always.
What's the industry? Can you say?
It's it's like it's just he sets appointments for field representatives to go and I don't even want to mention the company name because I cuss so much on this podcast that, like I don't want them to be affiliated, but yeah, man. So like they basically set appointments for account executives to go and sell something.
Gotcha.
Essentially. Okay. So so he does that or whatever, and I run like a team for him, and he's just, like I said, I owe this guy my life, so I would do it for $0, and I want him to be successful and put him in the best light possible. So I'm doing that in addition, but he does give me a lot of leverage. So like if I got to be out of town or something like that, I just I plan on shooting the music video at night, so I don't affect his hours. But yeah, man, I'm doing that in addition. So I've got that, and then I've got a wedding edit, and I got a ton of stuff. And I'm finishing Dusty's video
busy,
tomorrow.
You were staying busy.
It's crazy.
It's where I'm going.
Crazy.
Is that you there's no downtime for you right now.
It's crazy. It's been wild. Yeah. So I'm always out of town, and I'm trying to stay fit. So I try to go to like gyms out of town. Luckily, I got like gyms all over the country that I've signed up for, because I just need to be able to do that, you know, just to check out mentally for an hour or something like that. Right. It's great.
Real quick with One Must Fall, where was one of the cool places you got to go for the movie?
Let me see. As far as like a festival,
or out of this, did you go out of the country? Did you go out?
No, I wanted to. But I didn't expect to win. So like we had one screening in Holland, and it was. I didn't expect to win. I can grab the award. Listen, I'm gonna go grab the award and bring it here. You'll still be able to hear me on the podcast. But so I went to I didn't go to Holland, but I wanted to, and I got this award from Holland because we won the whole thing. And one of my favorite directors was there, Scott Shermer. He made a film called Found, but he was like the guest of honor, and we won this award, which is like the big award that you get there. And so we got this one. Really cool. It's like I don't know if you can see it. It's like a big old eye. Yeah. It's a big sculpture. And then this one came from Canada. Let me put this here. This one came from Canada, and we ended up winning this one as well, which was super cool. The Terror in the Bay Film Festival. It's a face. As you can see, it's really cool. But that took like 3 months for them to make and send out, which was super cool. So Terror in the Bay was awesome. I got 1 million of them in a case, but yeah, man, those are two really, really cool ones, man.
And these
we're
aren't these aren't participation trophies. They're legitimately trophies you won.
Yeah, man, they're you know, we were just lucky, man. Like you know, the film was accepted some places and some places, you know, I mean, there's tough competition, and there's a lot of the films that we played the festival circuit with we see on Netflix and Shudder and Amazon and stuff like that too. So it's really cool to see those guys get attention as well, because we saw some amazing films, man. And we were just lucky to be there with those people. I'll be honest with you. And it was just really, it's such a cool experience, man. I can't wait to do it again.
Over 130 awards.
We won a lot,
Is that what you
man.
said?
We were lucky. Yeah, we were
Good Lord.
lucky. We were very, very lucky, man.
And I know some of those awards were, you know, cast awards, you know, best, you know, lead actor, whatever. I mean,
yeah, they won they cleaned up on those, man. They
did. Wow. Damn. You know, again, I can't stress enough of how much of a fan I am.
Thank you, man.
But I'm more. I'm an Antonio fan. Not near the other stuff is just it happens to be there too. But the person that I know, you know who you are. None of this is surprising. How the success you've had or you're having, and your ethic and paying it forward, your compassion. You're someone who. I mean, you could be a diva, but you're not. You don't.
Oh, man, you're gonna make me cry.
No, I mean, you got a lot of stuff going for you, and yeah, I'm just I'm very happy for you, and you know, I'm along with a lot of people, you know, with bated breath, you know, waiting for the next Antonio thing to come out, and
thank you, man.
Keep on this ride with you. So.
Oh, thank you, brother. Big time, man. I'm lucky to be here, man, and just lucky to have friends. And I love my city, man. I'm lucky to be here. I'll never leave, and I'm a lifer. And like I said, I've just been lucky, like with people like you, who've given me an opportunity and given me a platform of any kind. And I'm just I'm very thankful, man. And I don't know, man. I hope I can do something amazing for you guys next time. But the next one is going to be way bigger. I promise. I'll do way better. It'll be from my heart for sure.
What's Taylor says lunch? LOL. Maybe I missed that.
I do. I need to hit Taylor ASAP, man. Taylor's my dog, man, for real. Like she's my homie, man. She does everything. She is amazing. So like she inspires me so much. She works so hard, man. I'm just I've been needing to get up with her again, because she will inspire me and push me for sure.
Crystal Rain, Antonio's a good egg. Not a rotten egg, a good egg.
Thank you. She's amazing, man. That's my cousin for sure. She's very talented, way more talented than I'll ever be. But she's very talented, man.
Yeah, real quick, Ronald. Thank you. Remember, we had to start clock. Yeah, the clock thing might have had an impact on tonight. And that's a guy. I think he's going to reach out to. He does his own little show, ghost conversation stuff. So yeah, so there you go. I'm
gonna check that out for sure. I love that stuff. Ron, if you could send me a link, I would love.
Yeah, just send it.
I'm in the car a lot.
Yeah, I got to get you. You know, I do. It's called Universal Secrets. It's on Tuesday nights from 8 till 10. It's a live streaming show on a platform called KGR Radio. It's internet radio. So, but yeah, we've had. Fortunately for us, I've had kind of access to the who's who in the whole paranormal field, and that's
incredible, man.
My claim to fame, you know, you familiar with Coast to Coast AM?
I don't know anything, man.
Well, no. Coast to Coast it's late night radio. On I want to say maybe locally, it's on 840 WHS. It is the most listened to late night show. It's a kind of a paranormal theme, and one of my claim to fame was having that host on. So
that's awesome, dude. That's incredible. Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna check it out ASAP, man, because I'm in the car a lot. So I go to I drive to other cities and states on a regular basis, man.
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
He throws flower pots, though. I don't know. That's probably something I did when I was very young and don't remember. Probably. I don't know. I don't know that one.
Chris, so you got to tell he throws flower pots, though. I mean, there's got to be a story behind that.
Yeah.
I got to hear that.
I was a heathen. I was a heathen when I was little. I know that for sure. Like, I was awful. I have a million stories, but
really, give me one. Give me one.
My cousin Tracy, she tried to kiss me on the lips when I was like 2 or 3 years old, and I bit it so hard, dude. I wouldn't let it go. There was blood everywhere, and she had to get it stitched up, man. Yeah, yeah. I just grabbed it and like freaking Hannibal, dude. It was awful, man. Yeah, she had to get stitches for that.
Yeah, that was kind of like your segue to One Must Fall from that bloody scene. But you know, at 2 or 3 years old, you're really not into girls. I mean,
I was horrible. She was old, like she's like, you know, like 10 years my elder. So like she was like, oh, Antonio, you know. And I have a little memory of it, but yeah, I bit it and wouldn't let it go, and she there's blood everywhere, man.
Here comes the story. He threw a flower pot at me and told me to get out his grandmother's house when he was 2. What's wrong with you when you were 2? Man?
I could see it. It's awful.
Your first meeting.
Yeah. They said my it was her mother had told me that it was Crystal and no, was it? Hold on. It was, who was there? Anyways, I think it was your mama. It was Charlotte and Louise. It was who it was, I think. But anyways, they were in a car and I was riding on the lap in the front seat. Then they pulled up next to some pretty girls. And I was like, shit, bitch, like that to them. And they were like, what? Why would you say this? I don't know why.
And you were how old?
The window was down. I was horrible. I was pretty young. I don't know. But I was just awful, man. Like, they couldn't take me anywhere. And then my dad, I used to love the movie Rambo. So my dad, he was in his work van or whatever. In the movie, John Rambo, like, jumps from the car at the stop sign. He's like, he just jumps out and gets out. So I loved Rambo, dude. I did all kinds of Rambo stuff all the time, but I did that in a moving car. My dad about killed me, man. He was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, Rambo did it. It's awful. I just did everything I saw in movies, probably.
Very impressionable, right?
This horrible human.
Halloween, the whole Halloween, a lot of TV channels were playing, the Halloween movies, all the favorites. What give me some of your go-to Halloween flicks.
Man, sadly this year I didn't get to watch much of anything, it's because I've been working too much. But High Tension it's a great French movie. It's English dubbed, so you don't have to read subtitles. It's amazing. Old Boy, the original Korean one, is ridiculous. The Exorcist is always. I posted something about The Exorcist today, but it's scared the hell out of me. But yeah, when I was a kid, it's still scary to me. I don't know, man. I love all the classics, like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. Once they really introduced Jason into it, not the first one. But I mean, there's just so many that are so good. Let the Right One In is this really great Swedish movie. It's recent. It's about vampires. It's ridiculous. It's so good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of foreign ones, man, that are slept on that I think are just ridiculously good and so beautiful and perfect.
The last paranormal show we did last week, we had the theme was vampires, and the folklore and everything, the history of it. We had a guy on who has wrote books and stuff, and just knowing that there's people, especially like in New Orleans, who heavily practice vampirism. The whole still finding ways to be creative and to drink human blood.
Yeah.
All right.
It's insane, man. It's the truth, though. It exists.
Yeah. Every folklore or urban legend, there's a little bit of truth to it. So
I did a short film with that involves vampires with John Wells, naturally, because I think he is a vampire because he doesn't age and he's just the most beautiful human. So yeah, of course John Wells, what is in it, but it's a bit of a surprise.
He could have been, it was he could have matched up with Brad Pitt in Interview. Just saying.
I agree. Yeah, I think so too, man. He's untouchable.
Mm. All right, man, you look fidgety. You've been standing this whole time too.
No, I'm just trying to get my my steps in for the day so I can burn some calories. It's called non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So this is basically burning calories. If I just stand put, then it's not going to burn as many calories if I'm moving constantly.
What's your sleep schedule? Do you try to get to bed by a certain time and get
when
so
you're
many hours?
when you're in a calorie deficit, man, it totally screws up your sleep and your hormones, and it's all kinds of stuff is just out of whack because your body is starving. So so my sleep is pretty messed up. So sometimes I'll sleep 4 and 5 hours a night, but I'm pretty used to that. And then I try to get a nap in if I can.
No sleep aids or anything like that.
No, I was on this thing that didn't affect your hormones. It was I can't remember what it was, but I do take melatonin, but I think I'm immune to it, man, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I've taken it so long, it does nothing. But yeah, man, and I take so much caffeine during the day. I'm way over a gram of caffeine a day. So yeah, man, it's
jacked
just,
up on Mountain Dew, huh?
Yeah, man. I just got to keep moving so I can keep burning because I only got like, I don't know how many steps in, but not enough. So I'm just trying to catch up. Yeah.
All right, my man. AMA, if you will, with Antonio Pantoja. We got to do
Love
this
y'all.
again because
do
we'll do it on a weeknight when we can definitely promote this more. But always good to see you, my friend. Much
Always
love to you, your family. Say hey to Jordan, and let's talk about you coming on the paranormal show, telling your stories.
Down, man.
I think that'd be good.
Love you.
So,
yeah, I'll
right.
surprise you, man. Love you, dog. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you guys all for tuning in, listening, and everything.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Love y'all. Talk soon.
Right. Peace out, brother.
Later, y'all.
Antonio Pantoja, a little bit of a AMA. I want to think tonight, the whole fucking time change, it actually screwed me up too. Because what is it, 10:24? But my body thinks it's 11:24. So, anyways, it was very fun to always get to hang out with Antonio. Good cat, good guy, a guy that you root for. So, what's going on with me tomorrow night? Round of Shots, my sports show. Tuesday, I didn't get to bring this up, Antonio. Fucking election is Tuesday night. Who you got? I don't want to know. Just get somebody. Vote. It's the right thing to do. Don't care who. Just vote. Make a difference. Thanks, Ron, for the compliment. Good show. Crystal for the flower pot. All right, guys. This was AMA with Antonio Pantoja. Thanks for hanging. We'll do it again. Peace out.